Hey, welcome back to Two Super Guys for Stocks. I'm Dylan.
And I'm Vinny.
And we have a kind of a huge week this week. Obviously, it's already started. We have EU stuff, we have FOMC meeting, and some huge key players and people doing earnings. Before we get to that, we officially had a V-shaped recovery. Boom. That's how it is now. Fundamentals out the door. It's we're the buy the dip generation. That's it.
Yep. Just buy it. Don't ask any questions. Just buy it.
And as much as my heart disagrees with that, my brain has to look at this graph and say that is accurate. Because if you
Yeah.
zoom out farther, that's how it is every time now. Last like
Mm-hmm.
5 or 6 years. So
Printer goes burr.
kind of how it is going. But what happened with the EU, Vinny?
So they had, as they said, a massive trade deal today. It was huge. Okay, huge. Yeah, two largest economies in the world, if you consider the EU all one economy, basically coming together for a trade agreement where there'll be 0% tariffs on exports from the United States to the EU and a 15% tariff on imports to the United States from the EU, a blanket across the board. In addition, there was like a requirement that they would purchase $600 billion worth of energy from the United States as well, which is kind of makes sense given their distance with Russia now post Ukraine invasion. But it's nice to see it enshrined in some paper, if you will.
Yeah.
People who are more educated in trade will know more about it than I do, but it makes sense.
Yeah. Really, look, when you have a V-shaped recovery, you're thinking things have to be very, very good. So the fact that this is happening now in the same week that we have an FOMC meeting, right? Now, this should be no surprise. I think I'm in the 2% minority that thinks that there could be a tiny surprise. I think we might hear some optimism. Okay, let me clarify this. It's unbelievably unlikely that we actually get a rate cut, but I do think we might hear some slight optimism in Jay Powell's tone about inflation, not about Trump. If you saw that meeting with him and Trump, that was very awkward. He clearly hates him.
Yeah. I mean, he fact checked him live, which was pretty impressive.
He did.
Like, wait, where are you getting those numbers?
Yeah. If you guys haven't seen that video, just look up Trump, Jay Powell, in the new building renovations.
Yeah, it's like a Federal Reserve renovation that they're doing. Yeah, that was pretty
essentially
wild.
Trump on the air was just like, hey, so this increased, $3.3 billion. And Jay Powell's like, nope, haven't heard that. And he gave him the paper. Jay Powell's like, this is a different building.
Yeah.
This is not the same.
You're including a building that was built 5 years ago.
Classic, man.
Yeah, it was wild.
These four. So you have the EU trade deal, you have a FOMC meeting this week, and you have these four Goliaths doing earnings. Okay? With a V-shaped recovery, you should have a V-shaped increase in earnings. You should have monstrous earnings. If this all pans out and these end up doing well, I know I've been fairly bearish and think that we are insanely high, but I'm going to have to look at my situation and say, all right, just up and to the right. This is kind of how this works. Yeah. Depends on how these go. Google already went and they did great.
Yeah, see the video we posted this weekend on 14% revenue growth, 20% EPS growth, but they're reinvesting like, whoa, but they have $100 billion backlog they reported. Just bananas. So if any of these other companies look like that and they're really optimistic about the future, that's fantastic.
Mm-hmm. This is kind of crazy. We're gonna have to see. If everything is green, everything's great. It'd be very tough for me to see, even though I think the market's horribly overvalued. It'd be tough for me to see it going down with all this good news. So, all right, we'll see.
Get to the next one.